With a victory here, could definitely see Neon just becoming a favorite to make it to the major. I think this is like a make or break for the DPC. Well, I wouldn't say break for them if they lost to TNC, but they can definitely make it so their odds are very high.
Yeah, if you win, your chances are higher. Good job, B-Cup. Love it so far. You need to properly wake up. But you also know who needs to wake up. The other team who's playing against Keeper of the Light, because you know they want to contest these bounty runes. Like you charge Illuminate, max damage 225, times 5 heroes. It's the best spell in Dota level 1, you know, especially if you want to clash straight away. So it's 1.1k damage. Let's see if they decide to go for it. Mirana.
Tim's coming forward, but okay, Natsumi's gonna jump for this one. It's Johnny Lowe on the troll, by the way.
Yeah, the matchup wasn't really that great. You know, playing into Mirana and the OD is a tough one. I don't think it's much easier for Ricky either way. He has still a bit of time if it's not used correctly. Tricks of the trade, try to dodge that arrow. We'll see how it goes. I've seen position 4 troll, I've seen position 3 troll. Position 5 just feels a bit underwhelming. You know, he's still gonna, I think, do well in the laning stage because at the early levels he's very strong. My concern is what do you bring to the team fights? Like laning stage wise, he's really annoying to play into. Just gonna spam those whirling axes, but yeah. Like, compare him to Oracle, what they bring to the team fight, is just going to be a huge difference.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting 5-position one. I don't think we've really seen much of when you consider all the sports that we've seen up to this point. But my question is it better or worse than the Bounty Hunter that we've been seeing? Is it as cursed, you think, in this position?
We'll have to see. I'm not putting a lot of trust in this troll. Like, yeah, you can see he's doing a good job of just zoning out the heroes. But, yeah, not a big fan, you know. You can't really itemize. Like, what are you going to get? Possibly, like, eventually you get a Glimmer Cape, maybe. That's it.
Yeah, it's such a weird difference.
Mid lane, Armel dropping low.
Yeah, but he's got the Jingu proc going after Yopaj. Boundless Strike eats the Fairy Fire, survives, but the melee range is just too big for this Monkey King. And TA drops for first blood.
Yeah, Monkey King, you know, it's a melee into range matchup, something that TA loves to play into, but it's a different kind of story when you're playing into Monkey King, who has a high armor. Look at him, 11 armor with the Raid Band, and while he's sitting at the tier 1 tower. So pretty hard to fight into. Like, you need to be using those side blades every single time when it's possible. Try to harass him, so Monkey will need to bring a bit more regen to the mid lane.
Now Armel taking a good amount of damage. He's just the one who gets first blood there. We saw up top the Coddle of Debil trying to mess with that pull, but not too successful in doing that. Armel's sitting really low, but does have the level advantage for the moment. At that level 4, is there an opportunity maybe for Yopaj to get a return kill on Armel?
If he starts trading, oh, this is a good trade for Yopaj. There it is.
Yeah.
Gets him.
Finally gets that kill.
Very
and gets
aggressive
that return.
play there from Armel. Actually trying to trade while he had Boots of Speed and a healing salve coming up.
Ooh, the Illuminate. It's going to help get Febby. They almost got the Arc Warden too.
Swashbuckle connects. Oh,
Gabby.
play hard. He's dead. Looks very dead. But
The
so does
Illuminate!
Gabby.
It comes out of nowhere. You just never expect it.
Fluffy Hat keeping him alive during these cold days, at least in Romania. Man, Fluffy Hat just feels like it's an item that's not from Dota 2. Like, just looking at how it looks. Like, how did he go from, you know, Satanic to Fluffy Hat? What happened?
I'm not really sure. Maybe a little bit too much Maple Story play. Definitely feels like a cosmetic from that game. Looks like it. Armel just dead again to Yopaj, who, after that first blood given up, has played against Armel.
And now it's
with
a huge
lot of
difference.
skill.
you have Templar Assassin, who will be level 6, so they need to bring sentries to the mid lane. Monkey King is only level 4. Yeah, that one mistake when he tried to play a bit too aggressively without the Boots of Speed and a healing salve really backfired. Gave opportunity for Yopaj to actually come back. Monkey sitting at 13 CS, Yopaj 23 right now.
So really starting to overwhelm in the lane. The one I'm interested in is the one we're looking at on screen at the moment, KP up against Natsumi. We saw the slows coming out from the troll, but they just haven't led to any kills just yet. It's still, though, a good Ricky lane so far. The question is, does this turn into a game, like we've been saying, where it doesn't really feel like there's much impact from the troll and it's more of like a 4v5 feel?
Arrow is on cooldown, so they can't go for it. A bit of a disconnect there from Mirana and OD. Like, if Mirana leaves the lane and tries to make stuff happen on, let's say, mid, then it's a free farm on the bottom lane for Ricky.
So right now up towards top, play hard. Just trying to pull the creep wave himself. Gets it to come over, Armel slowed. He's dealing with a lot of aggression still from Yopaj, who's about to be level 7. Bottom lane, though, I believe the arrow hit. Tricks of the trade, Natsumi trying to survive. Blink strike away, trying to get some distance. One more shot is there, and Tims will get the kill. Meanwhile, though, Deville takes out Armel, and he is dropped for the 3rd time in this mid lane. It peaked at first blood, and now it has come crumbling down for this Monkey King so far.
Yeah, now they're putting pressure. With the catapult, Mirana comes there, uses an arrow, instantly kills the creep. Still, this tower will go down. Deny, not timed well, so yeah, Neon Esports, very aggressive considering the lineup that they have. You know, you have this like Keeper of the Life playing as position 4, which I think is the right role for him, and he's making the rotation, getting 3 kills on the top, now moving to the mid lane just to secure the tower. Ricky on the bottom. Oh, there's no Mirana follow-up.
Yeah, that arrow would have been a kill if they were able to land it on a Natsumi. But Tim's not near the lane at the moment, now finally coming back towards bottom. It's still a 1K lead for Neon. And TA is one of those heroes that, given an advantage over mid, can really start to run away with it. It is one of those high-impact heroes with a 1 lane.
Arrow.
Imprisonment, arrow. Timing's there, but the follow-up, it's not much. Just 1 orb from this OD, and they did a lot of damage with the combo.
They lost this tier 1 tower mid so early, 6 minutes in, and this allows Templar Assassin to actually invade the jungle, the enemy jungle, and just farm there, which gives other cores in the team ability to just farm their own jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why tier 1 tower is so important. The one on the mid lane.
Armel just trying to farm the
Arrow
jungle. He's
on the
on level
bottom.
6. Arrow comes in, that lands onto the Ricky. Deville's here, but the ulti dropped down from KP. We'll get Natsumi, and there's no return for Neon in this lane. They almost took out the troll, too.
I feel like this should have happened more often on the bottom lane, where their combo is just
Armel comes
that
over.
good.
Balance strike in with the Primal Spring before it. Armel finally trying to make up some ground, and he does that by rotating bottom. So things right now sitting about even, but we do see that this TA is leading by quite a bit. Throws down another trap.
One more leap. Arrow. All right,
lands.
nicely done.
Allow him to TP out. Natsumi's now shifted lanes. Is this a matchup that he's better off playing in now that the, now that he's died bottom, the OD's kind of pulling away?
He can't play into OD and Mirana anymore. It's just too much pressure on him. First roll.
Thunder. That hits up onto the Oracle. Johnny Well moving forward, gets the root, blink strike in, tricks of the trade, Febi gone. Natsumi comes top, and immediately he's rewarded with a kill. But this is going to leave the bottom tier 1 to just be ransacked by TNC.
Mirana is level 6 right now, so Moonlight Shadow will be available for any kind of aggressive rotation, possibly saving his teammates Ricky still needs to recover. I see Diffusal Blade. As usually we see Diffusal Blade on mid Ricky's when he's paired up with another carry, but I can understand why he's going for Diffusal Blade this time. Like, look at oh my god, the CS difference. 36 on Ricky, 95 on Templar Assassin.
Wow.
So, you know, you are looking for that timing to fight a bit earlier. So I guess that's why he wants to get to the Diffusal Blade. You know, Templar Assassin gets her Deso plus a Blink Dagger. You get your Diffusal Blade, and this is the time you get the first Roche, keep the advantage going. Yopaj, they're setting up, but I don't think they can get this kill with these two heroes only.
Under the shroud of Moonlight Shadow, trying to make something happen. They're watching.
At least they're stealing experience. You know, that's one way to use the Moonlight Shadow for.
And they placed the sentry to block the camp too, so Yopaj walking over, heavy. And the Marana just hiding Tims there. They were almost spotted. But the Deso's picked up. This is a 10-minute Deso for the TA, and it wasn't just Boots Deso, it's Tread's Wraithband Deso. 6K net worth right now for the Templar Assassin of Yopaj. Quick pause coming in. That's a pause called by John Yoel. And looking ready to go, yeah. So quick pause, 2 seconds. As KP and Febby are moving over towards mid, the traps down on these power rune spots. So see if anything can come of this as Neon, especially with a TA that's quite farmed, looking to make something happen, and they are in a Roche.
Already with just these two heroes, minus armor from Meld, minus armor from Orb of Corrosion. If you're wondering why Orb of Corrosion is picked up so often, yes, it does work on a tower. Minus 3 armor and the slow, plus the one on the heroes, especially on the hero like a Pangolier, where you have like AoE Swashbuckle, slow, plus minus armor on top of a Lucky Shot minus armor. So that's quite a lot. Oh my god, 11-minute Roshan. So, you know, the first Roshan, you can't really finish the game with the first Aegis. You're looking for that second Roche timer with the cheese and Aegis, and just build up advantage from here.
So we'll see what they can do with this first Roche. Yopaj, he's not terribly far from that Blink Dagger. And that's going to be, if he can have the Blink and still be holding on to the Aegis, that would be a big moment for Neon to move in and really play aggressive. They're going to look for KP already. Right click's coming through. He does have Astral Imprisonment, which he'll use, but not defensively. So Yopaj just rips apart this OD. And then right from there, they smoke.
They know. They have Observer Board. They have a Sentry, so they instantly pop it.
Interesting aggression from Neon, and TA not right there with them.
Actually, just wants to farm a Blink Dagger to be able to reposition Marana. Wow.
Ooh,
5 HP. Oh, neutral creep. Alpha Wolf showing the dominance. Who's the real alpha?
While that's going on, Yopaj, he'll come over, getting the kill on a Gabby. Natsumi falls to Armel. This is a lot going on all over the map where Ricky ends up dead, but they do take out the Arc Warden as well as the Marana. The False Promise popped by Gabby, trying to TP out.
Trying to get a root. First hit, not there.
Not the luck he needed. And there's the Blink Dagger. I talked about if he could get to the Blink Dagger before the Aegis expires. He did so quickly. He had 900 gold when they took Roche, and he's already got the Blink Dagger.
There's still more than 3 minutes left on that Aegis. TNC in a bit of a trouble. Like, Neon needs to keep putting this pressure. You know, Gabby finished his Hand of Midas on the Arc Warden, so he doesn't want to join any fights, just wants to keep farming.
Yeah.
Their tower defense is pretty bad. Like, you have nothing. You don't have any spells to spam out. Your best way to deal with the tower push is pretty much Arc Warden with the Spark Rates. Doesn't have a magnetic field yet. Level 9 at the moment.
All he's really working with is a Midas and boots. Arc Warden has not much.
Yeah. But you can't stop the push. That's the problem. You have no AoE spammable spells.
Are we sure this first Roche can't end the game?
Yeah, pretty sure. You're playing into
Strike
Arc Warden.
comes in, and now KP, he slowed down. The Astro Imprisonment was onto the TA. The arrow combined with it, but the Swashbuckle finishes off KP. They've got the Wukongs down. They'll take out the 5th position Troll, but it looks like Neon, they're ready to jump back in. They'll go after Tims. The
Almost
Swashbuckle's there, the Melt
one-shotted.
Strike. Oh, take it out. Febby, Rolling Thunder, and Tims is gone too.
Oh, this is a big issue for TNC. They're losing their map control. And you might, you know, see, yeah, we killed Troll, we can fight. Then you realize, shit, that was a position 5 Troll, you know. So he has Urn right now on the Troll. Verlingax is maxed out, of course, for more damage.
This is one of the most poor Trolls at 14 minutes in I've ever seen, but again, he's just a 5 position.
Well, I've seen some Trolls with the Shadow Amulets 10 minutes in.
That's a report, though. Sounds like, if they're just using Shadow Amulet, standing somewhere, not moving. So they still have time left on this Aegis. I mean, they've already done so much with it.
Yeah, they got a couple of kills out of that. And remember, they killed Roshan 11 minutes in.
Yeah. That means potentially an even early, you know, a really early second Roche.
Imagine one team having cheese Aegis advantage 20 minutes in. It's like having 2 extra heroes. Oh, that's an early false promise.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder comes in. Armel trying to get into the trees.
Okay.
Play hard, trying to destroy the trees that he was looking to jump into.
He just wanted to stop the damage for Monkey King to able to use the tree dance. That's why it was so early.
And helped him escape. Play hard now TPing over towards bottom. You've got TA, who has a Dragonlance finished off. 3,000 ahead of the Monkey King that Yopaj was laned against. He's really going off at the moment. They're waiting for somebody to just show themselves mid. It might be Febby. There is Armel in the trees. Primal Spring down. And back into the trees, but there is the jump. 2-shot. Febby, as the Aegis is expiring, is taken out in just 2. Yopaj with the double tap and goes after Armel. However, his TP can't be stopped. Bottom lane, KP TP's out. Natsumi trying to chase after Tims. The Swashbuckle leaves Tims with just 20 health. As Blink Strike available, Tricks of the Trade, and that's going to help him catch up to the Mirana. Using that Tricks of the Trade to close the gap, so he was in range to just Blink Strike.
There's still Tier 1 tower and Tier 2 on the bottom for TNC. Arc Warden slowly recovering, still 3,000 gold behind Templar Assassin. He is going for Gleipnir. Okay, I've seen some Arc Wardens building it. I think it's a huge debate. Just doesn't feel as good as Mjolnir, and it's a lot of gold investment. Sure, it keeps people in place, but for what Wukong's command, that's it pretty much.
We'll see if it pays off. Monkey King, I'm not too upset with this build. I'm not upset with it at all. I actually like.
Why would you be
the
upset,
Maelstrom Axe. I don't know. Maybe just.
It's me, you know. Sometimes I'm watching the games and I get really upset. It's like I'm part of the team. It doesn't, you know, doesn't get to me. And then, what is he doing? Why is he putting 3 sentries? Febby, top lane? What? He just put 3 sentries. That's griefing. Thank God we have the new Overwatch system. Let me check if I can report. You do not have any reports left.
Gone. And not just immediately take it out.
I don't think I've seen anything like this before. You know, they were just trying to de-ward the high ground ward, possibly the Tinker one. But okay,
value for the troll. Got 2 sentries and one of them was an observer, even though they all looked blue.
Oh, one of them was observer?
Apparently.
Okay, so then I can understand. He misclicked the 2nd sentry.
Balanced Strike, Astro Imprisonment lining up the Meteor Hammer and the arrow, but he gets the Battle Trance off in time. False Promise coming through onto the OD. The Wukong's man is down. Saturday's Eclipse is thrown on top of Play Hard. Tims He's trying to help out as best he can. They got the counter, the troll, the Rolling Thunder getting away, and into the trees. One more tower shot follows him all the way through. He's unable to escape, and there's the 2-tap again from Yopaj, killing off Febby for the 5th time. Arrow in, not gonna land.
TNC still getting quite a lot from these fights. You know, they kill a core. Whenever there's a Wukong's command, I don't think anyone can just stand their ground and fight. Like, even Pangolier during the Rolling Thunder struggle. So what they need to do is possibly use a Blinding Light on a Monkey King, try to knock him out of the Wukongs. And he is getting very close. Oh, top lane, it's just a clone. Never mind, fake hype.
Oh. Yeah, but it's 200 gold for a 5-position troll. Like, that's nice.
That's what he wants to do. You know, just go in and use Whirling Axis a couple of times, try to prolong a team fight with the Battle Trance, and just die.
Moonlight Shadow is used, trapped, or trap popped. And KP, Febby, and Gabby all nearby. Tim's also leading a charge through mid. They don't quite spot anybody yet. Natsumi though into BL. Primal Spring down. Smokescreen not in time. Charging up the Illuminate. Maybe looking to chase. Recalls this troll. And now the Force Staff and the slow on a KP might be able to catch the OD, but the Blinding Light pushes him onto the low ground. So they'll put the pressure on again over mid. Roche is up.
Alive, yeah, 20 minutes, because they killed it at 11. So, yeah, time to go in. Surprised he does not have a trap inside the pit.
Definitely value to have one there, especially when you've taken Roche so early. You can expect it again. This second Aegis, at this point in the game, feels like it can finish it off as Tim's just getting chased down by Natsumi, who's got that Diffusal Blade going Diffusal Axe.
And we can see the power of Ricky. Diffusal don't see that often. But, yeah, just the slow to keep him inside the smoke screen. And usually Ricky doesn't buy agi items. Oh, he'll spot Armel.
Almost spring down, trying to destroy the trees. He's hopping around, tricks of the tree,
he got it.
And he got him! Spots him, and then we'll kill him off. There's nowhere for him to go. Armel gets taken out by Natsumi, who's having a fantastic game that's been enabled by Yopaj's play in this early part.
Yeah, Ricky, you know, still kind of recovering. It was struggling a bit early on, but I like his item choice this time around. Like, understands that the TA timing is just too good to miss out on. So, gets that Diffusal Blade, keeps fighting with the team, getting a pick-offs. Like, man, OD, I don't feel like, you know, OD has done much this game.
Oh, Rolling Thunder!
Wow, that was so close.
Millisecond away, maybe?
I thought that was gonna actually hit.
Yeah, so did I. But they
Boomer
found him top.
Eyes deceived me.
They just
He's
caught
out
him.
of mana. He's out of life.
Yeah, it's just all over KP. Like you said, you're not feeling his impact, and you're certainly not going to feel it when he's in the grave.
Top tower is under attack.
Oh. The longer you are dead, that means you cannot feed the enemy, so
Dire's top tower is under
gotta
attack.
find something positive in all these deaths. You can only die once. Raid King would disagree, but yeah. So TA getting straight Nullifier. Nullifier is just an extremely good item, a ton of damage, and you know, just allows you to dispel things. There's one Ghost Scepter on Mirana, dispels any glimmers, Force Staffs, you name it, dispels Monkey King's Jingu, and now they're inside the pit. Man, Neon Esports looking hot right now.
Looking major worthy. They've got this second Roche. They'll have Aegis Cheese 23 minutes into the game and a 10,000 net worth lead. It is looking prime for Neon at the moment, and that first Aegis, it pushed him close. The second Aegis might push him over the line. And that is the finish line I'm talking about of this game. It feels really tough for TNC as they need to buy a lot of time, because they are behind and this TA has taken over.
Guys, gonna buy some time? TNC's like, hell yeah, you know, we'll take all you got, because they definitely need time in this game. Arc Warden, yeah.
They trying to buy time from Justin Timberlake? from that movie.
Oh, that was actually like the cool concept of the movie, but yeah, the execution was not
alright.
really
Was it Time
top
Stoppers?
notch.
Something like
Not
that?
sure what was it called.
You guys have all seen it. It's okay. You get what we're talking about. Ricky was going for the Nullifier. He's now switched to the Blink and now switched to the Manta style. He's indecisive in what he wants to pick up. Meanwhile, the TA, who you said was also going for the Nullifier, now back to the Nullifier after finishing off the Hurricane.
Yeah, you do
Bite.
not want to have 2 nullifiers. There's no reason to go for it. Yeah, it's a great item, but 1 is more than enough. You do not want to invest too hard into it.
So, Natsumi we're going to put some pressure on this bottom tier 2, the last outer tower that stands for TNC. And you can see just Yopaj, he 2-taps the creep wave and it's gone. So they'll work on the tier 2 tower. They're still working with an Aegis as well as a Cheese that is sitting on Natsumi. You've got Monkey King who's going into the BKB. Arc Warden who has the Gleipnir finished off. And he's also going for a Hurricane Pike.
Bounty.
Interesting Arc Warden though.
You don't get too much value out of BKB this game on side of
Sentry
TNC.
down from the Radiant side. They're going to jump and look for KP. Will immediately try to TP out the Blink Strike onto Tims. They've also got the Tempest Double here, but the Battle Trance is popped by this Troll. Will stay alive, goes after the Tempest Double.
Looks
And
very
eventually
dead.
will fall as it doesn't run out in time. However, that being said, KP, he doesn't make it out alive.
Wait, Yopaj is in the base while the rest of the team is not there. This guy's mad. He just blinked in and, you know, still has Aegis up and running for 2.5 minutes. Hurricane Pike
Cav.
to work with.
That is balls of steel.
He blinked into 4 heroes on a mid lane and managed to survive. Also get the ulti off the Oracle. So 1, 2,
Radiant structures
3
are
Ghost
fortified.
Scepters already. So, you know, getting that Nullifier, the second Nullifier on Ricky doesn't sound like that bad of an idea anymore.
Double Nullifier.
Sure, but not now. I'd still prefer if Ricky gets like either Manta style or a BKB, because of Gleipnir route. This is something that he doesn't like to play into. Like the arrow combo could actually just kill you. You do not have any kind of counterplay to that. Let's see, 1
Heavy.
shot.
Rolling Thunder, waiting for the Ghost Scepter, and 2. Took 3
Actually
this
takes
time.
him 3 to kill him. Oracle, very tanky.
At times. I think if he was able to hit him a second time consecutively, he probably would have 2-tapped him. Top lane, Tempest double. Tims is here, but you've got Deville as well as Natsumi ready to go. Tims shows himself, and the damage comes in. You can see Gavi getting close inside the jungle. Tims with the leaps. Is it far enough away? Yes, it is. Just in time with the TP out. But still, Neon, it definitely feels like they're maybe not pressuring the high ground as much as they'd like with this Aegis, and it's about to time out. Got about 45 seconds left on it.
Armel, bottom lane.
They've caught him. He tries to TP. Do they have the damage? No, they don't. And again, another TP away. So heroes are getting close to dying. They're just not dying. And they're not really pushing in onto the high ground anymore from Neon.
Yeah, there's still no damage onto tier 3 towers. So Arc Warden is more than fine with that.
Radiant's top
Slowly
tower
getting
is
his
under
levels,
attack.
level 17. Building into that Hurricane Pike, has a 4-staff right now. So like double 4-staff that you get from the Arc Warden is going to be really good against like Ricky and against the TA, but Nullifier will be up
Radiant's
soon.
bottom tower is
Natsumi
under
top,
attack.
dusted up. Into the trees he gets, and now Blink Strike back, avoiding them with the jukes. The Rolling Thunder from Playhard is out and away. But KP finally gets spotted. They've got the silence. This is an OD trying to survive, but it's not looking likely as the last shot is a Meld Strike from Yopaj for another kill, and that will get the Nullifier into his hands. They've also killed off Tims.
Yopaj did not die a single time after first blood. So he's 10-1 and 4. Also, remember, they killed Roshan #1 pretty fast, so the next one could spawn in 2 minutes. So we might see some refreshers, some Aghanim Scepter upgrades. That's just gonna be real good. Like free items, why not?
Potentially a free Axe just 30 minutes into the game. That's... I mean, you were talking about Aegis Cheese at 20, but Axe Blessing at 30? That's insane.
I think you just give it to... Wait, what? I did not see that. Scam, he has Hand of Midas on Keeper of the Light. I did not click on him. I was like, where's his second item? He's holding a Philosopher's Stone.
And
kind of hidden in the bottom right. But yeah, definitely not the item that he benefits from in terms of the attack speed. It's just straight up gold.
Benefits from being higher in the net worth than the OD, that's for sure. Tim's caught again, Nullifier. Look at the distance on that Blink Strike. Natsumi. He'll get credit
try
for
to
that
use
one.
a Force Staff, but Nullifier just takes care of that.
And they find Armel too over bottom. Play hard. Trying to keep on him, but inside the Moonlight Shadow, don't have the vision. 30-minute mark hits. You've got Roche potentially in a minute. And then Blink Dagger again for the Riki as he finished off the Manta. Nullifier was finished for the TA. I like the shard on TA.
Radiant are scanning.
I'm a big fan of
Yeah, it's
that
not too
pickup.
bad. But up to 3 seconds silence when fully charged.
You've already got the BKB. It's at 9 seconds. You use that BKB to jump into the base.
She's out of slots. That's the problem. Like, what do you get on TA right now? Like, Aghanim Scepter just doesn't feel that great of an upgrade. Even if they get the free one from Roche, I'd still prefer if either Pango or Keeper of the Light. Most likely, it's just going to be Keeper of the Light. Have that ulti, but they have still a ton of attack speed on TNC to deal with the Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah.
Like just Mirana leaping in, the attack speed that you get from the bubble. Arc Warden clone can easily deal with that.
So unfortunately, it's going to be a pretty long Roche. 2.5 minutes until that one comes up. But it's still a third Roche pre-35. That is pretty early for a third Roche. It's a 20k lead for Neon at the moment. TNC, I think they've lasted a bit longer than I expected them to, but Yopaj taking out Gabby's Courier, and that was holding an ulti orb.
It's just hard to push a high ground against the Arc Warden, against the Monkey King. One mistake and the game could easily swing their way.
You can see Neon have basically spent the entirety of the last 20 minutes on the opposite side of the river. It really hasn't felt like they've had to back up for anything or really anything other than getting a kill on their side of the river. But that means TNC, they're over here trying to farm up in the Radiant jungle, in the Radiant triangle right now. Moonlight Shadow gets used, and now they've got some distance here to catch up to KP. Astro Imprisonment on himself. They'll take out Tim's. Natsumi gets credit for that one. KP will come out of the Astro Imprisonment, try to get a Meteor Hammer down, which does land onto Yopaj, but it doesn't mean he's going to get a kill. Instead, he'll be killed. So Yopaj gets credit for that, and again, since he's died for that first blood, he is 11-0-5. Continuing to roll forward, continuing to sit top of the net worth. That being said, Arc Warden, he's got 21,000 net worth. He's slowly creeping up towards the top, and this is a hero you don't want to give too much time to. Blink Strike, what distance! Silence, no way to save himself just yet, but the Force Staff back, tricks of the trade again. Players going in with the Rolling Thunder. There's the Blink Strike again. They'll get the kill on Femi. Natsumi in and out of the Dire base pretty easily.
Oh, even Troll's actually going for scaling items. He understands, you know, if things don't go well for us, TA, a hero that could potentially fall off compared to like Arc Warden and Monkey King. So he gets a BKB after an Urn, which I really like. You know, they are giving him a bit more farm priority than Keeper of the Light right now. And yeah, Basher done. So he can be that guy running in, popping the ulti, just trying to get the most out of it, bashing people, holding onto the Mindbreaker.
And he's getting more farm priority. Is this also of a result The fact that Coddle does have a Midas and Philosopher's Stone, so he's just like
Hand of
passively
Midas
making
is
this
just
income.
something that he should not buy, you know, but okay. It's eventually it will pay off. Also holding on to Philosopher's Stone, that means a lot of free gold for him. I would love to see the Aghanim Scepter. Let's see. Okay, so Aghanim Scepter will be dropped from Roshan. Let's see who picks it up. Also, the one on the Troll is not too bad, you know, dispelling those Ghost Scepters with the Ags, dispelling Jingu, dispelling things on yourself. Because Ricky already has one. So TA actually decides to pick one up. Let's see if she handles it to someone else.
Looks like it goes over to... Oh, no, puts it on himself. Okay.
She got it, and she also has the shard right now.
Yeah, I thought he was walking over to play hard with it. I thought he was going to give it over to the Pangolier, but Yopaj playing the Ultra Greed and taking that and the shard. Uses that Axe immediately to get into the base. Balance Strike is thrown, but look at this. Playhard's in deep with the Rolling Thunder. And we'll see if anybody follows it up. They've got the arrow, Gleipnir, TA in trouble, force-staffed out of the Wukong's command, as well as the Blinding Light pushing these heroes back, but the Gleipnir's used by this Tempest double. That'll lock up the Troll for a second.
They also have two cheeses at the moment. One on Ricky, one on Troll. Aegis on TA. I think it's time to go in and try to make stuff happen. There's no Wukong's command. They're a bit low on HP. Does Troll have any? No, he does not have any earn charges, but the recall is there, so this is how they're going to deal with the potential.
Balance Strike, arrow, TA caught again, force-staff back, Gleipnir's in. That lands on a 3 heroes, but they still can't follow that up. Playhard goes in with the Rolling Thunder once again, and they're going to send KP back. A couple more shots coming out from Yopaj. Just needs one more. It's actually the Troll who gets the kill with the BKB being popped by Armel. They've got the BKB popped by Yopaj. They'll get the kill on Armel. They'll look over at Fibby. They've put the Nullifier on him. The Sanity clips come down, but it doesn't mean it's doing a lot of damage this far into the game, and it really doesn't get these heroes even close to low. Gleipnir thrown from the Tempest double once again. The arrow is out, but it's not going to land on the hero. Instead, into the face of a creep. KP, Gabby's Tempest double. They're trying to frontline here.
My finest creation, Arc Warden. You know, just pretty much single-handedly keeping TNC in the game right now, because it's very hard. You need to enter the bubble, and then you're putting yourself in a bad spot for a possible arrow. It's still tough, you know, they have 32k gold lead. It still feels like an even game because of the Arc Warden. Like, do not underestimate the power of this hero.
Blink onto the trap. But then the blink over down towards bottom. TA going for a swift blink. Illuminate thrown in, but still, you look at where these heroes are sitting for the side of the Dire, and they're just trying to hold via this Arc Warden. Spark Wraiths are down. You've also got the magnetic fields keeping these buildings alive. Arc Warden, a one-man save machine. Not saving of heroes, but saving of buildings.
Yeah. What they can try to possibly do is a bit of a split push where you put pressure on one side and then TA jumps in, gets a couple of hits. Ricky can do the same thing. Arrow on Yopaj.
Damage is felt, but it's not enough. Now they've got the silence. Ricky, Natsumi was looking for a way in. Almost had his opening.
So yeah, it's been a while since I saw, you know, teams just going for a real split push in terms of like just going for the tier 3 towers separately. And this is what they're doing. Like, it's an old school strategy that still can be applied when you don't have the real answer for the Arc Warden in this case.
Something they might want to try to execute. So far, it's...
you can see Yopaj doing exactly what I just said. From top to the bottom, arrow coming, plus a meteor.
Meteor hammer, it's all there, but the force staff back.
And the blinding light just pushing them away. Now top lane.
It's just getting
Giant
pressure by
Whale
Troll.
Also trying to put a bit more pressure on the top tower.
And the thing is, the movement for Yopaj with this Axe is so available to him. He can go from bottom to top. Just going from trap to trap, just lays one down, comes back, goes over.
Well, to be honest, you know, Arc Warden kind of deserved this. What he's doing right now, how he plays the game, like Templar Assassin's like, well, you know, we have the answer for it. I'll just jump in and look at TNC. Everyone is just holding one tower right now. One side in case someone decides to split push.
Back over to the trap, clean up the creeps, put a trap down, go over to another lane. Rinse, repeat until you make it happen. I like the idea. I didn't even think about that when he picked up that Axe. Now the Aegis is reclaimed.
Arc Warden getting scarier and scarier. MKB done. Full Scotty on top of that.
Ooh, Spell Prism.
Spell Prism is just the best tier 4 item, no doubt about it. You get stats, you get mana regen, you get CDR. It's just too good. Like, if you removed 12 attributes, that item would still be really good, one of the best one.
So Ricky's gonna hold it. He took the Tricks of the Trade cooldown. Doing math again, 4.9 seconds.
Yeah, you can just click on the ability. You do not have to do the math, B-Cup, but okay. It's 4.9 seconds. Let's make it easier for everyone.
I tried. I don't know how to explain
I mean,
math.
if that's your thing, you know, to look stupid on the stream, I'm down. Like, dude, I love that kind of stuff. So feel free.
I think it's just from school. Whenever I used to answer a question with no work shown, my teachers would give me no credit for it. So now I'm stuck in this whole show your work, don't just say the right number. Gwebnir, Nullifier, thrown back and forth. Gabby's Tempest, double. Ooh, anybody going to claim the gold? No, not yet at least. They're moving up on it, and finally, it'll be 300 gold for the Troll. Deep in, Tricks of the Trade, Smoke Screen, pushing these heroes on the side of TNC back to Balance Strike as well as the Gluttony. Now the arrows in with the Wukong's command. Can they get the kill? At least onto the Troll. Pops the BKB as well as the Battle Trance going after Armel. Blink Strike in, and the Smoke Screen
already
down.
split pushing,
and
she understands.
Yeah, this is TA trying to get everything done as Natsumi gets the kill on a KP.
Forced.
They'll take out the Troll. Rolling Thunder comes through. That's going to hit into the Tempest double as well as the original Arc Warden. His finest creation, but not fine enough as they get the kill on a Tins. They'll look over at the Oracle. They get the kill on a Gabby. They'll take out the Arc Warden, who buys back immediately. And look at Natsumi just trying to dive in onto this Monkey King, who's hit with the False Promise, trying to survive, but eventually his time will run out. And there's the damage, but the Glep here. Ooh, Yopaj finally falling. Febby claims his life.
I think Yopaj wanted too much. Instead, he could have taken the top tier 3 tower. He could have taken the melee barracks. So regeneration right now will kick in. 1, 2 buybacks on side of TNC. And they got the buyback out of Gabby, which is pretty big.
Yeah, so still an opportunity, and you know, giving them an end game with just killing off Gabby again.
So they know there's not going to be the bubble. Well, the buyback is there. Never mind. I'm just talking out of my ass right now. So Arc Warden will keep this mid barracks alive.
Once TA's
Wait for
up.
the next Roche. You're playing into Arc Warden. He just used the buyback. Do not risk it. 41k gold lead for Neon. I feel like TNC only managed to get like 2 kills in the last 20-25 minutes.
Might even be longer than that. And there's not a lot of red squares on that graph. So, not many in the last 20 minutes, that's for sure. Monkey King up in 10, TA up in 27. And, well, can travel to any of these traps. So...
Yeah, I mean, the man just wants to travel with all the travel restrictions and bans. He's like, you know, I'll try to find my way.
Make his own way of travel. No middle seat rules. And you could just use a trap to travel.
It's called travel.
Trapful?
Yeah.
Sounds like a new wave of music. They've got the defusal. Arrow comes in, stuns up Natsumi. And they've got the Wukong's command as well as the balance strike. The force staff from Yopaj, but Natsumi is dead. Armel gets the kill. He popped that BKB and going into the Rolling Thunder, but the Fortune's End stops it. Now rolling forward and trying to catch up to these TNC heroes. The Blink Dagger allows him to hit Febby as well as Armel goes towards the trees, bounces off these little obelisks, and play hard. Gets back with a swashbuckle, but Ballast Strike comes in, lands on a 2, and this is a troll just diving in with an Abyssal Blade. It's a 5-position troll, right-clicking away. Armel dead again. He's gone for 88 seconds. They pop the BKB, but Gabby's in trouble as he's bashed up by this troll. KP has fallen. 2 heroes are dead. Down goes Febby, make it a 3rd. They all have buyback, swashbuckle, Gleipnir, and now Tim's is gone. 4 heroes on TNC evaporated.
I cannot believe Januel actually lived there. Keeper of the Light, keeping him alive with the Blinding Light, Force Staff, Lotus Orb. Still, they only managed to kill 1 range barracks. Roche, let's see the respawn time. Will respawn in 20 seconds. They have a courier inside the pit.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
No buybacks from the OD or the Monkey King in that exchange. Tier 3 bottom goes down, and it'll be Aegis Cheese, Refresher Shard, Ag's Blessing. But that's if they go for it. Neon showing up back towards mid. Monkey King still dead for another 25 seconds. Gleipnir hits 3. Play hard though. He's invis. This is just a Tempest double, so Gabby letting it stay forward, at least for the moment. No fire. Look at the damage on a KP. Nothing he can do. Dead again does have buyback available to him.
Yopaj pinged the bottom lane. He wants to travel to the trap. There he is.
Immediately over, and now the buyback was used by KP. They've got the Gleipnir on to play hard. But TNC running out of buildings, running out of options.
So now 2 set of racks is gone. No need to rush things. You know that Arc Warden still does not have a buyback for 3 minutes. So go inside the pit. There he is, traveling with the traps.
Yeah, trap lane going all the way over to Roche. Now Play Hard and Natsumi are here to join. 50k lead for Neon. And if you're a fan of Neon, you're hoping this lead doesn't fall to the wayside like it did for LBZS in the Chinese region up against Vici.
I don't think this game is throwable anymore. I've seen a lot of stuff where I probably said or thought the same thing, but this one just, you know, feels they should be able to take it. Good thing for TNC is you lost 2 set of barracks, so now you know where they're gonna enter.
There's only one option now. I think maybe Neon are also going for the record. They're up 60k. I think it was the record claimed by Elephant. Biggest net worth lead at the finish of a game. I want to say it was in the hundreds of thousands. I forget the exact number, but it was very high.
Are you trying to do math again?
No, just guessing numbers. Not adding or equating them. Not at all. I wouldn't do that.
So yeah, Ricky with the Arcane Blink, Spell Prism. I see a Divine Rapier queued up. It's just the item belt to go for on Ricky these days.
Shard for Gabby, MKB for the Troll. The Troll has 18,000 net worth. I mean, look at this net worth graph. It's kind of wild. That Ags, I believe, was given to the Pangolier, by the way. So Pango does finally have that Ags Blessing. He's working with that. They're pushing in bottom, like you said, only one way to go. Place down a Sentry Ward as well as an Observer, and now the Gleipnir, Yopaj does have that Aegis again, so he's holding onto his second life. Tricks of the train, Natsumi going in with the Rolling Thunder coming through, as well as the Silence out of 3 of these heroes with the BKB being popped by Gabby. He's trying to run away, but the Balance Strike as well as the Wukong's command is down. They look over Natsumi, he's gone, dead with no buyback. Things are potentially falling apart for Neon as the Bastions are coming through onto the TA. They've got John Noel who's trying to man fight in the Monkey King, and he's got a lot of items to do so. He was a 5-position troll, but it doesn't matter when you've got 20,000 net worth.
They want the Arc Warden.
It's onto the Monkey King. They'll go after Gabby. They'll try to find KP. They'll take out the OD. Down goes the Monkey King looking for more. Gabby on the run.
and play hard. Swashbuckle finishes off Tim's, and down goes Febby and Gabby. Full team wipe for the side of Neon.
Arc Warden does not have buyback for
And
40
there is
seconds.
the GG call.
There's not enough time, actually. Man, Arc Warden is such a nuisance to play against. He's so strong. Like, you can see the team having a 60+ K gold lead, and I'm not gonna say struggle to finish the game, but he's one of the heroes that definitely makes the hardest for enemies to finish the game.